Welcome everybody online. We'll be on the knees a little bit, so if you have a blanket close by, that'd be great. Actually, we'll start on the back. So once you come down onto the back, if you'd like to have the knees bent with the feet on the mat, that's great. Or if you want to straighten the legs out, that's beautiful. Or finally, you could have the bottoms of the feet together with the knees open like a butterfly. So just find whatever position allows you to relax, especially your shoulders, your jaw, the lower back. And feel free to close your eyes, and your hands can rest on your lower belly if you'd like. And we'll just focus on the breath for a moment. So you can feel your inhale move first into your collarbones, and then it expands the ribs out to the sides, and then the belly expands. When you exhale, you can feel that reverse. So the belly deflates, the ribs come in, and then the collarbones might sink a little bit. So it's like you're filling yourself from the top to the bottom of your lungs. And then allow the breath to deepen a little bit so it starts to move down into the pelvic bowl. As you tune in to the area under your navel, start to notice any tension that you can release from this area. And in many cultures, this is a power center and also a center of intelligence. So it would be your intuitive or instinctual intelligence. So as you start to tune in to this area of your being, just notice what it has to tell you. Maybe it's cluing you in to an area of your body that might need a little more attention. Or maybe some thoughts that might be wanting to be presenced, noticed. You might just simply feel the warmth of that area under your hands. And we'll take one more breath here. If you have the legs stretched out or the knees open, just gently bring the knees in towards each other. And then we'll bring the knees towards the chest. You can give yourself a little hug. Feeling free to rock a little bit, whether that's side to side or forward and back. Just feeling some space come into the lower back as it touches the mat. And then we'll hold on to the right leg, let the left leg straighten out. And maybe it comes all the way to the mat, maybe it hovers above the mat. And take a breath in. And on the exhale, bring your nose towards your right knee. When you relax down, let the left knee come into the chest. We'll hold the left leg, extend the right. Take a breath in. Then exhale, knee comes towards your left, or nose towards your left knee. And then both knees to the chest as you rest down. And we'll take the arms overhead, straighten the legs up to the ceiling. Then let the knees come to your chest, hands to your shins. We'll do that a couple more times. So arms touch the floor above your head as the toes reach for the ceiling. And knees to chest, hands to knees. And one more time. Reaching and then relaxing down. Nice. And now you can just let the arms come next to the body, straighten the legs up. We'll lower the left leg towards the floor. Again, you can hover above the floor or touch the floor. Then bring the hands to the right leg, whether that's your thigh or your calf, and we'll lift the head, bringing the nose towards the knees, you exhale. And let the head come down, bring left leg to meet right, and we'll change sides. So feel free to bend the leg that's reaching towards the ceiling if you need to. We'll exhale, bring the nose towards the knee. And then both legs reach up. We'll do the same thing with the right leg, reaching for the ceiling, left leg lowering. And rest the head down as left leg comes up, right leg lowers, nose comes towards the left knee. And then reaching up. We'll do that one more time each side. So letting your exhale help you lift the head and shoulders. Inhale helps you relax down. And last one, stretching towards the left leg with your nose. Great. And then legs stretch up for the ceiling, resting down. We'll bring the legs gently apart, and the hands can support the legs or they can just rest next to the body. And exhale, squeeze the legs together. Let the ankles cross. And then we'll take the legs apart. Exhale, squeeze the legs together. Change the direction of the ankle crossing. And opening out. And cross to the first direction. And one more time to open. And last time, squeeze the legs together. Nice. And then we'll bring knees to the chest. The hands can combine the thighs. And we'll gently start to roll forward and back, just massaging your spine, building a little momentum until you're able to come to a seat. And we'll just hover here. You can hold the thighs, the toes might touch the floor. And feel the shoulders hug down away from your ears. Great. Now we'll cross the ankles and rock forward so that you come onto your hands and knees. From here, we'll take the right leg back. We'll curl the toes under, press the ball of the foot into the mat. Feel that length in the lower back. So foot's on the floor and you're pressing back. Yeah, so you want to feel some stretch through the back of your leg. Feeling that glute turn on. And now we'll lift the leg. Bring it level with the hip and then stretch left arm forward. Nice. Then we'll bring left hand down. Let the right leg cross the left leg and bend that knee and just a gentle sink back, just where it feels good to you. Then we'll come forward, reach the right leg back. Now we'll bring that knee towards your right elbow or maybe even the armpit. Great, and stretch back. Then we'll exhale, cross behind the left leg, sit back. And then come forward, stretching the leg. The knee towards elbow, armpit. Stretching back, inhale. Cross to the left, last time, sinking back. And stretching. Feel the spine lengthen as you reach through your toes. Then bring that knee, towards elbow, armpit. And we'll stretch back and let right knee come down. And then we'll take the left foot back, come onto the ball of that foot, pressing down so you feel a little tuck under with the hips. And you can press into the heel, feeling some stretch in your calf, your hamstring maybe. Then we'll let the leg lift, then right arm comes up. Take your time here. Feel energy through your toes and your fingertips. Great. Then we'll bring right hand down, cross the left leg to the right so it comes to the right side of the right knee, and sit back a little bit. Yeah, just notice the difference between this side and the right side. And we'll shift forward, lift the leg. Knee comes towards elbow or armpit. And stretching back. And cross to the right. Bending the knee, sitting back gently. Great, we'll come forward, inhale. Bring knee towards elbow, armpit. And stretching back, inhale. Cross to the right and sink back. Nice. And we'll come forward, reaching through the foot, and then elbow or knee comes towards the elbow. Great. And we'll stretch back. Let that knee come down. Curl the toes under, and we'll lift the knees and the hips, coming into downward facing dog. And feel free to walk in place here. Enjoy some stretch through the back body. Invite the head to release, the jaw to be soft. And then we'll slowly walk forward, feet coming to the hands. And once you come to the top of the mat, you can bring your feet about shoulder distance wide. Let the hands come to the opposite elbows. And feel free to sway a little bit. Shoulders swinging side to side. Maybe even bending one knee then the other. Just feel what feels nourishing to you. And just with your inner eye, gaze towards that deep center of intelligence below your navel. And let the arms release. Bend the knees. Take your time to come to standing. Beautiful. Now we'll bring the feet just under the hips. And just letting the arms relax next to the body. And feel your toes just very gently gripping the mat. The shoulders soft, gaze soft. And then imagine you're stretching from that place below your navel as the arms come up. Breathing in, stretching from your center. And we'll take a forward fold. The knees can bend so that you're bowing to that center, letting the head release. And then either fingertips to the mat or palms to the shins. Breathe in, feel the heart lift as you come to a flat back. And we'll plant the hands to the mat and step to a plank. Free to go to the knees. And we'll shift forward. We'll come all the way to the belly. Just staying in cobra this first round. So elbows hug into the body. Feet press down. Feel the heart lift. And then let the throat come forward to lift the chin. Nice. And we'll push back to the knees. Curl the toes under. And come into down dog. Invite the head to release. And we'll bring the feet to the hands. You can just walk them. If you have the float, you could take that too. And we'll come to a flat back. Breath in, feel the spine grow long. Exhale, fold. And your choice, you can reach the arms forward or out to the side, whatever helps you float up, reaching for the ceiling. And we'll bring the hands together in prayer in front of the heart. Then let the arms come down. Feel your strength. And we'll feel that rising from our center, arms float up. And then folding towards that center. Exhale, head releasing at the bottom. Come to your flat back. Hands can be to shins or fingertips to the mat. Then plant the palms, step to plank. You can come to the knees again, or you can go from full plank to lower to the mat. And then we'll press down with the feet, feel the heart lift. If you'd like to continue pressing the palms into the floor, lift the belly, lift the thighs. There you go. Then we'll tuck the chin and come into down dog. You may need to step in a little bit. You feel a little bit long in your stance. And we'll bring the feet to the hands, whether you walk forward or take the float. And we'll lift to flat back, inhale. Relaxing into the forward fold. Your choice to reach forward or out to the side. Rising up. And we'll let the arms come down. Now we'll bring the big toes to touch. The heels are just a little bit apart. Bending the knees, feel the hips tuck down towards the floor and let the arms kind of press forward a little bit as they come up. Nice. So we'll take a forward fold. Just let the belly rest on the thighs as you release your head. We'll lift to a flat back, breath in. Plant the hands and either take the step back. If you have the float back to low chaturanga, feel free to take that too. And we'll shift forward, lowering towards the mat. And then you can choose to stay in cobra, or if you're coming to up dog, make sure you're lifting your kneecaps. Then we'll press back to down dog. Nice. Now we'll stretch the right leg towards the ceiling, so reaching up and back. Bring that knee towards your nose. Take your time bringing that foot between the hands. So we're stepping all the way forward. Yeah, you can always come down to the left knee to step forward. Yep, take your time. Great. And then we'll lift the left knee. Take that foot down, align with the right heel. Reach forward with the left hand and let that windmill you all the way up. So you face the side of your mat. You got it. Nice. Nice. And just hands level with the shoulders. We're going to come to reverse warrior. So floating to your left. Yes, nice. And then we'll go to side angle. So bending the right knee a little bit more. Maybe bring the elbow on top of the thigh with the left arm coming overhead. You can also bring the arm on the inside of the inner thigh. And we'll float back to that reverse warrior again. Now we're going to take a big move here. We're going to windmill. So both hands come to the inside of the right foot. Let the feet turn parallel to each other and the arms go all the way around to the back of the mat. Turn the left foot out, right foot in. So you come to warrior two to the back. So basically, you're just coming to the same position facing the back of the mat, warrior two. So back foot can turn in a little bit. You got it. Nice. Take your time. Sink into the left knee, reverse your warrior. So you're floating to your right. Right hand reaches down, left hand reaches up. Then fold to your left. Left elbow might come on top of the thigh or come on to the inside. Great. And then we'll go into that reverse again. Floating to the right. Then both hands will come to the mat, framing the left foot. So both hands frame the back foot, so you're in a low lunge. You got it. Then we'll step left foot to meet right. Feel free to come to the knees. We'll shift forward, lowering to the belly. Choosing to stay in cobra or come into your upward facing dog. And then we'll come into down dog. Nice. We'll do the same thing, same side. So right leg floats up. Bring the knee towards your nose to step forward. You could also come to the knee and just step that foot forward. And then we'll bring left foot down, align with the right foot. Yeah, so the heel comes down. You got it. Left arm sweeps forward to float up to that warrior two position. Excuse me. Facing the side of your mat. Then we'll take it into reverse warrior, so floating to your left. And then take it to the right with the elbow either coming on top of the thigh or inside of the leg. Left arm against the ear. And then that reverse warrior one more time. Floating back. Here's our windmill all the way around to face the left foot. So both hands on the inside of the right foot. And just turn the feet so you come to warrior two, facing the front of the mat now. Nice. And then reverse warrior, floating to the right. Keep the right leg straight. And then folding to the left. And one more time to the right. Doesn't have to be super deep. Then we'll bring both hands to frame the left foot. And left foot meets right for your plank. Feel free to come to the knees, shifting forward to lower. Breath into your back bend, either cobra or up dog. And then we'll take it to down dog. Nice. Feeling your hands really rooting into the mat, heels sinking. Look towards that intelligence center below the navel. And we'll take left leg up. Stepping forward, again, you can come to the knees to bring that foot forward. Yeah, and then the right foot aligns with the left foot once you come up. Right arm sweeps forward so you have this windmill action to bring you up. Nice, so the back foot can turn in just a little bit. And then we'll float to the right, breathing in. Float to the left. Elbow on top of the thigh or on the inside, right arm against the ear. Take your time floating back. Great. Here's the big windmill. So both hands on the inside of the left foot. Let that take you all the way around. So you're now in warrior two to the back of the mat. Beautiful. And then we'll reverse warrior, so floating to your left. And then to the right. The elbow coming on top of the thigh or inside of the thigh. Left arm against the ear. One more time to that reverse warrior. And both hands come to the mat, framing the right foot so you can step to your plank or to the knees. Feel the shift. Elbows hug the body as you lower down. Breath in to your back bend. Breath out to down dog. Okay. Yeah. So you can always step in if you feel like you're too stretched out. And we'll take the left leg up, breathing in. Again, you can come to the knees to take the foot forward if you need to. And we'll root the right foot, aligning it with the left heel. Right arm sweeps you up. Great. Bend the left knee. Reach towards the right foot with the right hand, towards the ceiling with the left hand. And then fold to your left. Yeah, let the right foot turn in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. One more time to that reverse. Here's the big windmill. Both hands coming to the inside of the left foot. Tracing the mat. Turning your feet the opposite direction. So now right foot's turned out, left foot's a little bit turned in. Scoop that left arm forward to help you come up. There you go, you got it. Nice. Reverse warrior, floating to the left. Make sure you're breathing. Folding to your right. One more time to that reverse warrior, floating to the left. Then we'll bring both hands to the mat, framing the right foot. And then stepping back. Right foot meets left. Shifting forward, whether you stay in your plank or come to the knees. And then we'll come to our back bend. And then into down dog. And again, you can shorten your stance a little bit so that you can feel a sense of pressing the heels down. Even if they don't go anywhere, you want to feel just a little stretch in the back body. Invite the head to release. Then on your next exhale, bring your feet to your hands, your choice to walk or float. And then we'll come to flat back, breathing in. Release into the fold, breathing out. And we'll bring the big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Bend the knees, feel the hips drop down, and feel the sense of reaching forward as the hands come up. Nice. And we'll come into the forward fold. Release the head. Lift to your flat back as you breathe in. And then you can move through vinyasa if you like, or if you just want to come to down dog, feel free to do that and just rest there. And of course, if you need to take a deeper rest, you can always come into child's pose. Just feel what your body needs in this moment. Staying with your breath, maybe feeling that breath move down into that intelligence center below the navel. Feeling the energy rising from the earth through your legs to that center. Okay, so you can be in down dog, or you could come from the knees. And we'll stretch the right leg back and bring the knee towards your nose to bring that foot forward. Okay. So we'll curl the left toes under, lift that knee. Take your time coming up. So you may want to bring your hands to the right knee to come up, or you can scoop the arms forward to come up. Okay, but you want to feel steady once you rise. So let the back leg straighten. That will actually give you more strength. There you go. Breathe, breathe. We'll take the arms up. Nice. So take your time with this. You can take breaks. If you want to come back down to the left knee, that would be fine too. We're going to do just a little dip with the left knee. Then let that knee straighten. And then the knee bends and straighten. Yeah, and if you want to come all the way down, you can just bring both hands to the right knee. Yeah, great. We'll do one more dip if you're doing that. And then straighten. Nice. And now we'll bring both hands to the right knee and come down. Okay. Now we'll press the hands forward. Feel the shoulder blades spread across your back. And then rotate from your belly button to your right. Okay. The right knee can hug a little bit to the left. Either bring left hand to right knee and wrap the right arm behind you. Feel free to stay there. If you want to go the deeper position, hug the right knee a little more to the left and slide that arm to the inside of, or the outside of the knee. Fingers would then come to the outside of the foot, and you could lift the left knee. But feel free to stay right here, gazing over the right shoulder if that feels okay to you. Nice. Now from wherever you are, let both hands come to frame the right foot and bow the head, feel into straightening the right knee. So the hips come to align over the left knee. You can just keep right foot relaxed. If the knee wants to straighten completely, then you could lift the toes. But I would say that if the knee wants to stay bent, just stay relaxed with the foot. Look towards your belly button. Beautiful. Now we'll rock forward. Feel a little lift through the chest. Turn the left shin so it's parallel to the back of your mat. So you'll end up facing the left side of your mat. We're going to walk the hands all the way around towards the back of the mat as you straighten the right leg. So you can turn that foot so the toes face the side of the mat. Great. Then let the left hand align with the left knee. So you can keep walking the hands around. Yeah, feel free to use that blanket. Okay, and we'll scoop the right arm overhead. Yeah, so Victoria, you can bring your left hand more towards the window. Yeah, just a little more so you can push your hips forward a little. Yeah, there you go. And then the right foot can just rest to the mat. Yeah, turn those toes in. Ah, yeah, and you can feel that heart opening. Beautiful. Now let the right arm sweep in front of the face and let the hips sink down. So you're sitting towards the left heel. Getting there. Yep, so let that right arm sweep towards me more. Yeah, there you go. It's like you're gonna sit on your left foot. Now we're gonna push the hips forward, come back up, sweep the arm forward. Yeah, so the hips go forward. You got it, you got it. Yep. And then we'll sweep, sitting back. Nice, we'll do that one more time. Pushing the hips forward to reach up. Great. Nice, now we'll sit on the inside of the left foot. Like so. Yeah, and you could take the foot on the inside of the right thigh if that feels better to you, but if you feel okay with the foot behind you, you can keep that too. Okay. And we'll interlace the fingers and press the palms towards the wall in front of you. Feel your upper back open. So you're kind of pushing your palms into the wall in front of you. Great. Then feel the left ribs open as you breathe in, and that folds you to the right. And let the elbow come on the inside of the right thigh, and that hand to the floor. Let the right hand point towards the left leg, and the left arm is going to sweep behind your lower back. Great, and just let the head relax. Breathing. Notice where you're holding tension, and just invite it to relax. And you can play with turning the right leg out a little bit, see if that creates a release. Just relaxing the right foot and the jaw. Nice. We'll take a breath in, reach out to the side with the left hand to bring you up. Okay, and we'll turn to face the right leg. So if you have the left foot behind you, you can hug that knee in. If you have the foot on the inside of the thigh, that's great. You can just take your hands to frame the right leg. Maybe stay there. Maybe start to walk the hands towards your heel. And again, you can keep the knee relaxed. Let the chin find that little notch between the collarbones. And let the shoulders hug in towards your hips. Nice. And just notice what you can relax. If you're feeling a lot of tension, just being aware of it might help it let go. Nice. And we'll walk the hands in to bring the head and shoulders up. Right. And we'll come into a narrow stance lunge. So you can use your hands to shift onto the left knee, the right foot forward. Yeah, got it. And we'll walk the hands forward, lift the left knee, and just step into a forward bend. So feet come together. You can either wrap your arms behind the legs or hold your elbows in front of the legs. But let the knees be soft enough that your belly can come to the thighs and the jaw can relax. And if there's the impulse to sway, just let that come. Nice. Then we'll bring the hands either to the floor or to the shins. Lift to a flat back as you breathe in. And let the hands come to the mat. You could step to your down dog, take that vinyasa, or take a moment in child's pose. Just feeling what your body needs in this moment. All right. So either from down dog or from the knees, we'll take the left leg up and back, level with the hip. Bring the knee towards your nose to step forward. So you're coming to this low lunge. So feel free to stay here, bringing both hands to the left knee and come up that way. Or you could lift the right knee and come all the way up into the high lunge. And if you're taking the high lunge, we'll do those little dips. So letting the right knee bend a little bit. As best you can, keep the left knee quiet. And straighten the right leg. Yep, and then bend the knee. And straighten. One more little dip. And straighten. Then we'll all come down to the right knee. Okay, and we'll take the hands forward, palms face away from you. Rotate to your left from your belly button. Then right hand can come to left knee and left arm can wrap behind you. That's It's variation 1. Yeah. So the right foot, you feel free to bring that foot flat if that makes you more steady. So you can just feel into which variation feels better to you. Okay. If you're going deeper pose, left knee hugs to the right armpit comes to the outside of the knee, fingertips to the floor, and then lifting the right knee. So take your time if you're going there. Feel free to just stay in the twist. Then we'll all bring the hands to frame the left foot. Nice, and then bowing the head as you straighten the left knee. And if it goes completely straight, maybe then lift the toes. Otherwise, just keep the foot relaxed. Notice tension in your belly or in your shoulders. Gaze towards your navel center or a little bit lower. Nice. Now we'll bend the left knee, walk the hands forward. Then turn the right shin so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Walk the hands around. So you're going to walk them all the way around towards the back of the mat. As you turn the left foot in, straighten that knee. Then let the right hand come towards the back of the mat. Yes, feel free to use that blanket. The left arm will come up against the ear. Got it. So the more you can turn the left toes in and push into that heel, the more you'll feel supported in your hips. Okay, now we're going to trace the horizon with the left hand, sit towards the right heel. It's like you're going to sit all the way down. And then we'll sweep left arm in front of the body. Let it come all the way overhead as you push the hips forward and lift. And then sweep the horizon, sinking back. You got it. Once again, rising. Okay, and this time we'll sit all the way down. So your choice to be on the inside or the outside of the foot. So you could have right foot touching the left inner thigh, or have the foot on the outside of the right hip. Okay, and we'll press the palms forward, feel your upper back open. And then as you breathe in, feel the right ribs open. Start to fold to your left. Then you can bring that elbow to the inside of the left thigh, turning that hand to face the right leg as the palm comes down. Then the right arm just wraps behind the lower back and the head relaxes to the left. Yes, nice. And you can feel into moving the left leg around, inviting in a little bit of release in that hip joint. Just feeling as if there's fluid just washing around the hip. Okay, then we'll reach the right hand back to come up. And if you have the right foot behind you, you can keep it there and draw the knee in, or flip the foot around, bringing it to the inside of the left thigh. So you're facing the left leg and you can reach for that heel. Yeah, just keeping the foot relaxed, the knee soft. And find a position where your hands can come flat to the mat. And you can push the hands forward as if you're trying to scoot your body back. And that will help the shoulders relax, the jaw relax. Allowing the chin to find that little notch between the collarbones to open the back of the neck. Nice, and we'll slowly come up. And we'll come into that short lunge stance. So you can bend the left knee, come onto the right knee. And we're going to step feet together so you can lift the right knee. And feel free to take the feet as wide as you like. You can hold the backs of the legs or hold your elbows in front of the legs. And again, just allow a little sway to come if you like. Inviting the neck to release, the shoulders to just hang, and the jaw to be soft. Nice. And then from here, we'll bring the fingertips to the floor, let the knees bend, and let the heart lift a little bit. So you come into a half squat, and exhale, let yourself fold a little deeper. Maybe the hands can walk between the feet. You could also just reach your hands back between the legs. Then we'll bring the hands forward to the mat, lift the chest, drop the hips, bend the knees a little bit, that tabletop. And then taking a little bit deeper fold, either walking the hands back or reaching back towards the ceiling. And we'll come one more time into that half squat. And then taking deepest fold you can. If your shoulders easily come behind the legs, great, you can take that. You can then just wrap the hands around the legs. Maybe feeling to straighten the knees from there, but don't force it. Just feel if that feels nourishing to you. Nice, and walk the hands forward, lift the chest, and then bend the knees, come into a deep squat. So if you're like me, feel a little bit challenged keeping the heels down, you could use your blanket here. And just bring your heels onto the folded blanket, and then that will help you sit back a little bit more. Yeah. And feel free to fold it as much as you need to so the heels can touch it. Yeah. Nice. And lift the chest a little bit, breathing in. Let the elbows push the knees open. Beautiful. Nice. Now, if you'd like to take a little deeper stretch, you can bring the hands to the mat and walk them forward, looking towards your belly button, and let the shoulders hug down towards the hips. Nice. Now from here, we'll come into down dog, so you can put your blanket aside. As you plant your palms, gently step back. Okay. Now from down dog, you can take the right leg up and back. Bend that knee and feel it open and stack over the left hip. You'll feel that right shoulder try to pull to the left. So hug it down towards the mat. Let the left heel sink down. You may also find that the left foot's wanting to turn. So see if you can keep the toes facing forward. Then we'll straighten right leg back, roll the knee down, and let that foot come down to our down dog. Then we'll take left leg up and back. Bend that knee, opening the hip so it stacks over the right hip. Draw the left shoulder down, right heel down. Then straighten left leg. Bring the feet together, and your choice to go from plank or from the knees. And we'll come all the way to the belly. Nice. Now we'll turn the head to the left and let the hands come onto the lower back. Let the feet press gently into the floor. Now, as you breathe in, let the left hand reach out to the side. You're drawing a circle. And let the hand come up over your head as you lift your head and your shoulders and look forward. Then let the right leg come up. Great. And then we'll come back to the original position, but turn the head to the right. And we'll do the same thing to the right side. Right arm circles out to the side, coming up overhead as you lift the head and shoulders. Then left leg comes up. Then head turns to the left as the right arm comes back down. Left arm circles around. Then right leg comes up. And then head turns to the right as you come back to the starting place. Right arm circles around. Then left leg lifts. And then head turns to the left when you come back down. We'll do one more each way. Left arm circles, head and shoulder lifts. Then the right leg comes up. The head turns to the right as you come down. Last time, right arm circles around, head and shoulders come up. Then left leg comes up. Great. And then once you bring the hands to the lower back, you can just let the hands rest on the floor next to the body. And just feel as if you're a waterfall cascading on the rocks. So you feel a release through your feet, your knees, your hips, your belly, just softly pressing against the mat as you breathe. Shoulders just cascading into the floor. Face and jaw relax. Beautiful. From here, we'll bring the hands next to the rib cage, hugging the elbows in as you bring your head center. Forehead stays on the floor. And imagine that somebody's got hold of your toes and they're stretching your toes away from your head, and that's going to lift the legs. So as you reach through your toes, feel that engage the back of the legs. So let the legs come up. And imagine you're trying to drag your body forward by pressing your hands back towards your feet. And then we'll relax the legs down, keeping the elbows hugging the body. You can move to cobra or to upward facing dog. And then you can go to the knees or to plank, and either into down dog or you can come into child's pose. Nice. So tuning in to that deep place of intuition. Nice. So from here, you can just roll up for a moment. I'm just going to demonstrate the next pose. So this is where you can use your blanket. So I'm going to bring blanket wide as if I'm trying to stretch it completely along the mat. And then I'm going to bring my hands off the mat so my knees are still on the blanket. And then just start to scoot the knees and feet apart. You want to keep your weight forward of your fingers. And again, you're just finding what feels right for you. Then you'll come onto the elbows and just start to sit back. Okay? If this feels too intense on the knees, you could come onto your back and just have the knees apart on your back. Okay, so this is frog pose. If you're on the elbows and able to sit back a little bit, you can play with bringing your feet a little bit wider than the knees. And then you could turn your hands to make a pillow for your head. Or you could even stretch your arms forward. Just depends on how deep you want to go. So if your knees aren't happy at all, just come onto your back. So what you could do on the back is just have the knees open like a frog. Yeah. And if you want to straighten the legs, you could play with that too. But you're just trying to feel some stretch on the inside of the thighs. But you want to feel comfortable, not stressed out. And we'll just take a couple more deep breaths. Feel your breath move all the way into that spot below the navel. Nice. So for those of you still on the knees to come out of it, let the weight shift forward onto the forearms and come onto the hands. Then you can bring the feet together and the knees together. Maybe take a moment in child's pose. If you're on the back, you can just hug your knees to your chest. So we'll just spend just a couple more breaths here in child's pose. Beautiful. And then from here, you can bring yourself to a seat. Feel free to keep the blanket or you can put it aside. And we'll bring the legs out in front. Okay, so now we'll bend the knees and bring the bottoms of the feet together, but we're gonna bring them out a bit. So you have this diamond shape from your ankles to your pubic bone. And then you can walk the hands down the legs, either to the ankles or the toes. And just melting forward. If your hands reach beyond your toes, that's fine too. But where you want to feel this stretch is on the outside of the hips. So if you're feeling more inner thigh, you can just take your feet forward a little more. And then as the head releases, feel the chin tuck into the notch of the throat so that you feel the back of the neck opening. A lot of times the chin wants to push down, which can create stress in the neck. And just notice your breathing. Is it feeling shallow because of tension? See if that tension can release even 5%. Nice. And then we'll keep holding the toes or the ankles and lift the head and shoulders. And then we'll come up and let the legs straighten out. And just relax the feet. Feel your sit bones rooting into the earth and then cascading like a waterfall over your legs. You can hold the calves or the ankles or the heels. And again, to keep that spaciousness in the back of the neck, let the chin tuck in towards the throat. Breathe down into the pelvis or that area of the belly just below the navel. Nice. And we'll slowly come up. And we'll walk the toes in. So you can bring your hands behind your thighs and be on your tippy toes. Little lift of the chest. So feel free to stay there or let the shins come parallel to the floor. The toes can spread. If that feels pretty good, you feel stable, you could take the hands away. So you want to make sure you can still breathe in whatever position you're taking so it doesn't stress you out. Hug the shoulders down away from the head. And if you have the arms away, you can let the throat come forward, lift the chin slightly. And then we'll let the feet come to the floor. Wrap the arms around the shins and feel your belly stretch up the front of your thighs. Nice. And we'll bring the hands behind and let the feet walk forward a little bit so they're hip distance apart. And then hug the shoulders towards your knees. Little chin tuck. We're going to lift the hips. So imagine you're scooping toward your knees as you lift your hips. And press the shoulders forward. You can shift toward your heels a little bit. Nice. And then letting the hips come down, we'll come onto the back now. So once you come to the back, the knees can come over the hips. Feel into straightening the legs up. You're welcome to stay right here. If you'd like to go towards shoulder stand, just letting the palms and shoulders press into the floor as the feet gently come over your head. And you can feel for the hips lifting and catching your hips with your hands, fingers facing the ceiling. Nice. Just take your time. Those of you going deeper, so let the legs hug together so that you can feel some support, the strength of your legs helping to take some weight out of the neck. Nice. Anyone would like to come into plow, just take your time. Beautiful. We'll slowly come down. The hands can be your brakes. Nice. And we'll let the legs straighten out on the floor. Let the hands come next to the legs or the hips. Reach through your toes as you squeeze the inner thighs together. Press the elbows into the floor. Feel the chest puff up as you press the back of the head into the floor. You can keep working that into fish pose, those of you who have it. And then we'll relax the back onto the floor, bend the knees, bringing the bottoms of the feet to the mat, about hip distance apart, parallel to each other. Feel the middle fingers reaching towards your heels as your arms press into the mat. Press the back of the head into the floor and feel the lower back flatten as you gently press into your heels. And continue to feel that flattening of the back until you feel the hips want to come up. So we're working towards bridge pose, slowly lifting the hips off the mat, the spine off the mat, so that you just feel your shoulders and head and feet, palms resting on the floor. Let your breath move into your collarbones, your rib cage, your belly. And feel the breath reverse on the exhale. One more breath here. Slowly coming down. And we'll let the knees come over the hips and let the hands come to the knees. And gently press the knees against the palms. Feel that flat in the lower back. And then we'll let the knees rest to the chest. Let the arms open out. And we'll take the knees over to the right, taking a gentle twist and just letting them come to the floor. And if the left shoulder pops up, no problem. Turn that palm up, bend the elbow. Feel that soften the shoulder. And let the exhale take you to the other side of the legs. Nice. And then we'll come to center. And let the right knee wrap around the top of the left knee. And the hands can come behind the thighs and drawing the knees towards your chest. Or if you want to go deeper, you can hold your ankles with the palms facing the ceiling and let the feet pull in towards your chest. But you want to feel a place of ease, not that you're forcing anything. Nice. And then we'll change legs. Feeling some space come to the back of the neck, the jaw soft. Beautiful. And then unwinding the legs, you can reach the hands and the feet for the ceiling, dead bug shape. Or if you'd like to come to happy baby, you can bend the knees to the outsides of the arms. And the hands can either hold your calves, your ankles, or your heels. If you'd like to rock in your happy baby, feel free. Nice. And then if you want to take the deep stretch and straighten the legs as you hold your heels, feel free to take that one last inner thigh stretch. Or just stay in your happy baby. And then we'll bend the knees, bring them to the chest one last time. Give yourself a nice hug. And we'll come to our final pose, Shavasana, letting the legs stretch out. And feel them come wide so you find your natural turnout. Feeling free to bring your blanket onto your belly if that gives you a little bit more relaxation, feeling of safety. Feel your shoulder blades snuggle down your back. And then feel some release in your toes, your ankles. Allow all tension to melt from your knees, your thighs and hips. Softness through the front body, shoulders melting into the mat, and the elbows, wrists, and fingers finding just a little more release. And as you feel your jaw become soft, the neck begins to lengthen. The muscles around your eyes become soft. And sensing into this deep center of intelligence in our lower core. Just feel your breath move into this area. And just noticing any sensations around your lower belly. And you're welcome to bring your hands there if you'd like. So if you haven't brought your hands to the lower belly, just let one hand come to that place. The other hand can rest on your heart. And just feeling the energy of your heart, connecting to the energy of your belly. And the eyes can gently blink open. You can let the toes, the fingers move a little bit. And take your time. You can bend the knees and roll to your side. And feel free to take a couple breaths there on your side. And then we'll come up to sitting. Alright, so we'll finish our practice with a round of Om. So bring your hands together at the heart. And if you'd like to join me, feel free. Just inviting the belly to relax, and you can feel your breath drop all the way into the lower belly. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Wish you all a beautiful day. We're around this weekend. I'll be teaching outdoors for Kristen on Sunday at 8:30, so that time has changed from 10 to 8:30. So have a great day. Thanks for coming in.